Hello everyone, we welcome you to the second half of the Cheddar's Marble League qualifiers, and we are jumping right in with diving. As you can see, Team Starford has already dove into the water, Team Starford has already done their heat for diving, and they are trying to get the highest score possible. You can see that green in the middle is worth 5, the teal is worth 4 points, the light blue is worth 3, 2 for the dark blue, and 1 for purple. The goal is for your team to have the most points collectively, and then determining how close you are to the green will be the tiebreaker. So if two teams score 10 points, whichever team has the closest marble to the green or a marble in the green will win, assuming they have the same placement count back. So that was a slightly worse score there for the Black Stars, only managing, I believe, 9. Team Starford still leads this one. Here's the static speeders. What can they do? Looks like they're going to get 1 in each again. A 4, 3, 2, and a 1. We saw Team Starford do that in the first heat. However, Team Starford had the marble closer to the green. I guess I might have explained it a little bit poorly. It goes off of placement count back. So if you have a score of 4, 4, 1, 1, which would get you 10, would be better than the score of 4, 3, 2, 1 because you'd have 2 4s. However, if you're tied on placement count back, then it would go to whoever's closest to the green. Here we see a 4, 4, 2, 2, similar to what I mentioned. So in the event of two teams getting 12, that's actually very good for Rolling Thunder because they have 2 4s. Assuming, of course, the other team wouldn't get a 5, but we have not seen a 5 so far, although it's only been, I believe, 4 heats. It goes to show how rare getting a 5 potentially could be. Here's the cherry bombs. I'm not sure if that one on the top is in the 5. It looks to be settled in between those 4 sections. Oh, it's going to be the lowest of all 3. It's going to be, all the 4. It's going to be a 2. A 4, 3, 2, 1, but they have the closest marble to the green, and it's that one in the 2 section. So while they miss out on getting the 5 points, they still win the tiebreaker. They would have liked that 5 points anyway, but they're sitting in second place so far, I believe. But this Ghost Roasters run might actually be the new second place in Group A. It is. It's like I mentioned, it's a 4-3-3-2. However, that's not as good as the 4-4-2-2 because they lose on placement countback. Rolling Thunder will win diving over the Ghost Roasters and the Cherry Bombs. We enter Group B now with the Storm Surge. They have some marbles up there close to the green zone, which is good for them. However, none of them actually landed in them. So they will be a 4-3-2-1. We saw that's good enough to get third, the score of 10. You can get a podium with the score of 10. However, you'd obviously try to. I think 11 is the benchmark for you, a real contender to win. If you can get a score of 11, that's a good one there from the Amazon Animals. Did they get 11? No, they got 12. That would be good enough to, I believe, win. They would have won in Group A because they have the close marble to green. So we'll see if anybody can best that score. It won't be the Scorching Sunsets. They're sitting dead last in their group with 3 points, and what is that? 4 points. I think they only managed 4 points in diving. One of their marbles didn't even finish in the diving area. That might eliminate them from qualifying contention. That was a very, very poor score from the entire team. Not a single marble. 3 or higher. Now look at the Hibiscus Herd. They're going to get their first marble on the 5 we've seen all day. A stark contrast. Where are those last two going to finish? If they both finish in the 3, that's a very good score. It's a score of 12. And the best we've seen all day, a 5-3-3-1. That would be enough to win Group A, and currently is enough to win Group B. The Tropic Rockets now. A collision off of the dive, and I think they push one of their own marbles to the near end. You can see just slightly in the bottom right. They're not going to get a score. But if they score 5-4-1, that's enough for 10 and to win off of place. Oh, but it's 5-2-1. So they'll win out of all the 8-point scorers. I'm not sure how many there will be. But if they got a 5-4-1, they would have won off all the 10-point score, and that would have got them on the podium, I think. Here are the Fishtails, the last team of the group. What can they do? Enough for third. 4-3-3-2. Like I said, 4-3-3-2, not as good as 4-4-2-2. The Amazon Animals will hold on for silver, but Hibiscus Herd, with the best score of the day so far, still hold on to the gold medal. Now, at the start of Group C, the Tidal Waves are the first to go. It's a 4-4-3-1. And that's the second best score, I believe, of the day. The Galactic Gliders. One of their marbles finished on the high side, but they might actually be able to pull off the 5-4-1 I was talking about earlier. They do. So they're going to win off of all the 10-point scorers, I would imagine, unless somebody somehow managed to get 5-5-0-0. But again, winning off all the 10-point scorers is not as good as getting 11 or 12 points. The highest we've seen so far is 12, and a lot of teams have gotten 12. Nobody has gotten 13 yet. The Flameslingers, I guess, on brand to do pour in the water. They have been doused. They do not get a good score here. The Super Turtles, you would expect them to do good in the water. If that one marble could curl into the 5, they would. but I think it's going to stay in that blue section, meaning it's a 3-3-1-1. That not only is a poor score, it's poor for the 8-point range. We've seen some teams get 8 points, but they've all had a 4. Or a 5, I guess, in the case of the Tropic Rockets. The Blueberry Buttons now with a solid score. Will it be enough to podium? I think as of now it is. A 4-3-2-1. Oh, 4-2-2-2. Even better. Well, actually, that's not as good, but more stratified, I guess. The final run of diving. The Jovial Jesters, can they beat the Tidal Waves? A respectable score put up by the Tidal Waves, but they might actually be able to do it here. There's a few marbles on key spots. I can't tell if that one at the top is in the 4-point or the 2-point range. If it's in the 4-point, they've done it. 13 points for the Jovial Jesters, and they have won Group C and the entire field in diving for their second gold medal. Congratulations to Rolling Thunder, Hibiscus Herd, and Jovial Jesters. You have won at diving. We now look to the overall standings. The Tidal Waves and Jovial Jesters have qualified based on the way their group is stratified. Look to Group B, and the Scorching Sunsets are eliminated. Everybody else very close, fighting 5 teams for 4 spots, and Group A is close all around. Nobody eliminated or auto-qualified in Group A as we head on to the elimination race with Group A. 4 captains in this group. Now the Rolling Thunder and Ghost Roasters are pretty much on the verge of qualification. The Ghost Roasters will get last here, which isn't great for them. But it would have to be a miracle for Team Starfruit or the Black Stars or the Static Speeders or just a combination of those 3 teams getting far for the Ghost Roasters to be in danger. 5 remain. It's Lightning of the Rolling Thunder and 4 captains. And they're off. And Lightning is going to get to the lead. Can he hold on? He does. A heat of 4 captains. And he beats all of them. Amp from the Static Speeders going to get last, and they're sitting currently in the transfer spot, so this could be bad for them. I don't remember if they have more points than the Black Stars or if they have less, but they would ideally like the Black Stars to get out right now. If the Black Stars make the final, I believe the Black Stars qualify. Rolling Thunder gets left behind. They push the Cherry Bombs to the side, and they qualify for the finals. The Cherry Bombs will get 4th, but I believe that's okay for them, unless perhaps Team Starfruit gets gold. I think the Static Speeders have been knocked out of qualification despite a gold medal in bocce. Now 3 marbles left. This is the last run of the day. Rolling Thunder to the lead. The Black Stars take it back. Can they hold on to it? It's going to be close, but they do. The Black Stars win gold at the elimination race, and they will qualify. I believe Rolling Thunder will win the group. We head on to Group B, and there are 5 teams fighting for 4 spots. The Scorching Sunsets could get last or first. It doesn't really matter for them. They're not qualified either way. Who's going to get last here will be the Storm Surge, which is actually okay for them because they have a little bit of a lead on everybody else, unless they're going to actually be cheering for the Scorching Sunsets now to take up a spot, perhaps in that gold medal or silver medal range. Because if the other 4 go far, they could be in trouble. But I believe the Storm Surge should be qualified mathematically now. Who's going to follow the back? Scorching Sunsets, but no, look at the Hibiscus Herd getting stuck. The Hibiscus Herd are not going to finish. And they have an okay point spread, and they will win ties because of their gold medal. So this doesn't disqualify them, but they're cheering, once again, for the Scorching Sunsets. I believe the Fishtails need to get silver or higher to pass Hibiscus Herd. And the longer the Amazon Animals and Tropic Rockets get, I believe Tropic Rockets are now auto-qualified because of the elimination of the Hibiscus Herd. Well, Tropic Rockets are going to get 4th here. But I believe they have qualified. 3 teams left. And I think it really just comes down to, can the Fishtails get top 2 and qualify? The Amazon Animals making the final 3, I believe, confirms they will make the league. So everybody, eyes on the Fishtails, they start far behind. They have to break into the top 2. They do. They pit the Amazon Animals. They will lose the heat, but win qualification. The Fishtails do it. And the Scorching Sunsets, who previously came into this event with 4 points in 3 events, will win 6 and 1. And get the gold medal. It doesn't mean anything for their qualification hopes, but I think looking back, they're going to be real appreciative they were able to get the gold there. And makes their qualification attempt a lot less of a laughingstock as we head on to Group C. And this one is stratified. Look to the back, it's the Galactic Gliders, but they just passed the Flameslingers at the line. And so that complicates things for the Flameslingers. The Flameslingers will only qualify if the Galactic Gliders get 5th. Otherwise, their hopes are over. So everyone watching Neptune of the Galactic Gliders, can they get top 4? They start in the back. They have to pass these two teams here. They hold the tidal waves up on the wall and they pass them. I believe the Galactic Gliders have qualified. Or, well, actually, they haven't yet. They're fighting for the last spot with the Super Turtles, who are also still in the heats. The Super Turtles need to get 2 placements higher than the Galactic Gliders to qualify, and they can do it with either silver or gold. So all eyes on those two teams. Jovial Jesters also have won 2 gold medals and are in the hunt for their 3rd as they advance to the finals here. The Blueberry Buttons get stuck, but I believe they are qualified. I don't think they have to worry about that. So it really just comes down to the only way the Super Turtles can make it is if they get gold and the Galactic Gliders get 3rd. The Galactic Gliders will qualify under any other scenario, and watch merriment from the Jovial Jesters. Can they go 3 for 4? Galactic Gliders to the lead. Super Turtles, this is what they need, but they get pipped by the Jovial Jesters and they will lose out on qualification at the line. The Jovial Jesters will get 3 out of 4 golds, but the Super Turtles are going to miss out on the league. So congratulations to the Black Stars for winning Group A, the Scorching Sunsets for winning Group B, and the Jovial Jesters for winning Group C at the elimination race. Now we've calculated the numbers, and we have found out the 12 teams coming to Season 1 of the Cheddar's Marble League games. It's the top 4 in each group. The Static Speeders, Team Starford, Hibiscus Herd, Scorching Sunsets, Super Turtles, and Flameslingers will miss out. Everybody else, we'll see you in the Cheddar's Marble League games.